flesh appeared in a suburban backyard.
To digital IDs and to establish the Australian Government Digital ID System.
Welcome back everyone to more creepy TikToks, and if you haven't already, go ahead and smash that like button and subscribe button so we can try and hit that 25,000 subscriber goal, and let's dive in.
A new map reveals how tap water riddled with poo was found in 10 UK regions. Experts have come forward saying this should not have happened. Hundreds are fed ill after tap water in South Devon was found to be contaminated with a parasite causing diarrhoea and childbirth-like cramps. The UK Health Security Agency is investigating 46 confirmed cases linked to the cryptosporidium outbreak, but experts fear people could fall ill in other parts of the UK. A map has revealed how over 44.5 million Brits were supplied water by a company that experienced at least one bacteria breach in 2022. There is no geographic data for the cryptosporidium outbreak in UK water, and those infected with the bug could be ill for up to a month, an expert previously warned.
What is the point in paying for water in the UK if all you want to get is poo? You know, that's the equivalent of going to a restaurant, asking for water and then being given the options of still, sparkling or poo. You're not going to pay for poo water, so why would you pay for poo water now?
You got fresh water and you got poo in there.
This is the first video of Britain's first laser weapon being tested in Scotland. The beam is filmed through a special lens here, but in reality, it's invisible to the naked eye. It's called Dragonfire, and this is what the laser can do. It can hit an object the size of a pound coin from more than a kilometre away. Dragonfire has been developed in the UK at a cost of more than £100 million, but it'll be much cheaper to fire than a traditional missile.
Just think of the chaos and destruction this will cause. You know, a lot of people from the UK and Ireland actually support this and think it's a great weapon of choice to attack the enemies with, but little do they know that we are the ones who are being seen as the enemy.
Oh my god, this is insane.
It doesn't even come up as dark as it is. Oh, there we go.
Urgent
That's
tornado
scary.
for entire star college.
That's scary.
We're gonna die. Okay, bye-bye.
That went dark so fast, it just looked completely unnatural. You know, but at the same time, as bad as that storm was, I love a good storm, and that looked pretty awesome. Like. It looks like there's some reflecting off the water, but you know, I could be wrong.
Aussies have been left baffled after an alien-like creature that smells of decaying flesh appeared in a suburban backyard. In what's been described as something resembling a character out of the Netflix sci-fi series Stranger Things, expert Professor Brett Summerell identified the growths as variants of the stinkhorn. Both produce a brown stinky substance on the tentacles, Summerell told Yahoo News Australia, in a bid to attract flies and other insects, hence the smell of decaying flesh. He continued they are relatively common at this time of year, adding neither are harmful to people or pets, and they decay away pretty quickly.
I'm curious to know if anyone's ever tried to eat this. You know, if it smells like flesh, then it probably tastes like meat, and you know, if you're a vegan, then that's a good thing. In fact, if you're a vegan, you're probably licking your lips right now and just thinking about that, the juiciness. I'm not even vegan, even I want it, you know.
Eat your vegetables! I don't want vegetables. Fuck vegetables. I want McDonald's.
Attention passengers, we've now reached our destination. We're located towards the white and have an...
I don't know if that's real, but if it was real, would you ever get on that flight?
A TikTok user heard something in the basement of his home, so he set up a security camera and captures this. How Bizarre Pictures claim that upon investigating the noise, he swore it was the sound of a little boy crying. But every time he went down to explore, he noticed his childhood doll Garwin propped up in an odd position. So he set up a security camera pointed toward the doll. For more thrilling content like this, be sure to follow his account.
Can you imagine living in a house if you have like a haunted doll? Where the hell did Chucky go? Chucky? No, Chucky! No!
You thought?
What you got there? Is that cockroaches? Ew. They got electrocuted inside your electrical box? Oh my god, that's gross, bro. Oh, hell no. Throw the hell electrical box away. Why are you dipping them in sauce? Oh no, don't eat them.
That is rank high. And just think, in less than 6 years, that's what we're going to be doing.
So I saw this online, and before I posted it, I wanted to check if it was right. So I cropped in half one of the pictures of King Charles, and I mirrored it, and then I cropped it again. So I have two of the same picture. Now I am taking it in on the right-hand side in order to make one of them smaller. Now, as you can see, I've opened up my Instagram stories because I find it really easy to edit things together. It's a little bit awkward. This is the picture the correct way up. Now, I'm going to turn it upside down. I find Instagram really easy to mess around and spin pictures around. Now, I'm going to get the other version that I took the right-hand side off and match them up together. Take a look at that. That's why I had bad vibes about this picture. As soon as I saw it and the red, and it just seemed a little demonic to me. But there you go. A little happy smiling demon.
There's more to that painting that meets the eye. You know, if you think of those artistic graffiti videos on TikTok where they look through the 3D lens, through the red lens you can see them as a skeleton, through the blue lens you can see them as a human face. I reckon if you were to use that with this painting, we'll probably see similar results.
Alter! Scheiße, mein Fahrrad! Das ist meins!
That man acted like he was in the queue in Tesco's waiting to be served. He was way too relaxed, like. I can't remember if I seen or heard this, but the faces and vibrations at the start of the video, apparently if you are attractive when you're young, as you get older, if you sleep and snore with your mouth open, you become less attractive. Whereas if you're not very attractive when you're young, as the years go on and you sleep with your mouth closed, you actually become attractive. And it's apparently to do with the snoring, the vibration of snoring. I don't know if that's true though.
The following message from the Senate has been received. The Senate has passed a bill for an act to provide for the accreditation of entities in relation to digital IDs and to establish the Australian Government Digital ID System and for related purposes, and transmits it to the House for its concurrence. And I call the clerk.
First reading, a bill for an act to provide for the accreditation of entities in relation to digital IDs and to establish the Australian Government Digital ID system and for related purposes.
I call the Assistant Minister.
I move that the second reading be made in order of the day for the next sitting.
Put the question. Those opinions say aye. Against no. I think the ayes have it. The following message from the Senate has been received. The Senate has passed a bill for an act to deal with consequential and transitional matters arising from the enactment of the Digital ID Act 2023 and for related purposes, and transmits it to the House of Representatives for its concurrence. And I call the clerk.
First reading, a bill for an act to deal with consequential and transitional matters arising from the enactment of the Digital ID Act 2023 and for related purposes.
I call the Assistant Minister.
I move that the second reading be made in order of the day for the next sitting.
I'll put the question. All the opinions say aye. Against no. I think the ayes have it.
We are seeing this Antichrist system unfolding before our very own eyes. You know, I looked up the gov.uk site and it also states about online IDs. It says if you don't have an online ID, you won't be able to work, you won't be able to rent, among other things. So we're actually being able to see this play out, guys. Did your screen crack? You know, I think of some kind of sidekick or something.
Todos los relojes coordinadamente, todos girando.
I'm not sure about you, but I'm steering more towards this being real, if I'm honest, because there's no cuts there, so I would imagine it'd be hard to edit, you know?
In West Pensacola, Florida, some truly horrifying events would unfold at 7 a.m. on May 18th, 2021. The footage comes from a parked car's dash cam from the other side of the road. The footage starts off showing a little girl waiting for her bus before school at around 7 a.m. A white SUV drives past quickly. It may seem innocent at first, but a little over a minute later, the same SUV would appear again. This time, it stops at the end of the road and sits there. Then suddenly the driver leaps out in full sprints towards the lone little girl. The dangerous man attempts to kidnap her, grabbing her and quickly running back to his car. Luckily, he stumbles and drops her and falls to the ground. Feeling like he had already caused too much of a scene, he leaves the girl and sprints back to his car and quickly floors it, speeding back down the road from whence he came. This bone-chilling footage just shows us how cold and heartless people can be. There are some truly dangerous people who lurk among us. And the scariest part about this one is to think what would have happened if the man would have successfully kidnapped the girl. But luckily, not only was it unsuccessful, the dashcam video from the parked car easily caught his license plate, revealing his identity to the West Pensacola, Florida police. They did some detective work and found him and arrested him later that same day. The man was named Jared Paul Stanga. And a disturbing piece of information we didn't know earlier is that according to the police, the man was armed with a knife at the time of the attack. And not surprisingly, Stanga had an extensive criminal history. And according to Chilling Scares on YouTube, it was also reported that only 2 weeks before this attack, the little girl had recalled to her school that a man in a white car stopped and talked to her while she was waiting for her bus. Likely the same white car of her attacker. However, the school didn't do anything with this information, but if they would have, they could have prevented this attack altogether. But ultimately, the girl was completely unharmed, just very shaken up from the encounter. And justice is being served as Stanga was hit with many charges. Charges include attempted kidnapping of a child, aggravated battery, and assault. and he will now spend a very, very long time behind bars in prison.
This is really scary, but this is the reason why I share this clip with you guys, to make you some more aware of what could potentially happen. I mean, you've seen for yourself just how quickly things can escalate. So if your child does, wait on the bus on their own, it probably is best that you stay with them until they get on the bus. As the old saying goes, it's better safe than sorry.
Let's take a look at this. Looks like Bill Gates' fruit and vegetable coating that he has put out is about to hit the shops. Looks like they want to extend that shelf life of the fruit and vegetables. I don't get it. Like, what are you trying to prove? Like, what else are you going to get out of this? You can't trust a man. But then again, who can you trust? Where can you get your fruits and vegetables from now? You've got to keep an eye out. Can't just put anything in the stomach.
Wherever you are in the world, try and grow your own fruit and vegetables if you can. And to those of you who are watching from the UK, do the same and just boycott Tesco and Asda.
You know how much it costs to make this beautiful product in China? Anybody want to take a guess? It's the iPhone 14. $100? Okay, I'll take one more guess. 300. So I got a 99 guess, I got a 100 guess, I got a 300 guess. You ready for the answer? $10. I swear to God, I've sharing with these guys, they couldn't believe me. I've visited the factories 3 times. I've met up with the chairman of Foxconn, who makes these things.
I don't know whether to applaud them as a business or whether to be angry at them as a consumer, but how much are iPhones these days? Like 1,200 quid, 1,300 quid, and that costs a tenner to make. And not to mention as well that the Chinese people, like, they work 20, 22-hour shifts making these things.
It was proved at the turn of the century that the human body is almost 80%, 90% water, and it's also got electrolytes in it, which we know to be salt, potassium, different minerals. That means we're a salt battery. No different than the car battery, different than something like that. And there's a patent actually called the Cali patent, which I'll hold up here for the camera to see. And this patent actually was developed in 1897, and not much has been done with it because at that time everyone was afraid of electricity. In this case, Dr. Clark developed a product using a 9-volt battery. And I'll just show you in the back here. There it is, 9-volt battery. And this particular unit, you just snap on your wrist with 2 wristbands.
We'll have a minute. Yeah.
You snap it on your wrist just to prove that I'm a circuit. I push the little green light, and the thing is on. And if I put my hands together, you can hear that I'm a circuit, and I'm a closed circuit at this point. Now, with
Why do we get a sound when you put your hands together?
Because I've closed the circuit. Now, when I take my hands apart, obviously the electricity is now being able to flow through the body. The electricity can't go through the digestive tract, so in the digestive tract, to kill the microorganisms, the specific parasites, she's found the effectiveness of the black walnut, which the native Indians used for cleansing many years ago. The black walnut, in its green hull form, kills many of the microorganisms. And in conjunction with another product called wormwood, and cloves, typical cloves that you would get at the store, these 3 in combination have the ability to go in and kill all the pathogens. Now, what's most interesting is the Mexican people have the lowest incidence of cancer anywhere on the planet. And the reason is they kill the ascaris with this particular product here, we all know to be the jalapeno pepper. And those seeds of the jalapeno pepper, only 10 or 15 seeds twice a day, have the ability to kill the ascaris, which she found to be a major cause of why the body loses oxygen at the tumor sites. And to kill that, you use the jalapeno seeds, and then you back that up with a little ozonated olive oil.
How are you so certain that each time you have...
We use scanning techniques and we do blood tests. You can tell if a tumor has shrunk or not, but I realized this kind of criticism would come along, and that's why I saved 50 sets of x-rays before and after and all the blood tests, and that's what I published in the last book.
Do you know who's very good in this kind of field? Barbara O'Neill. If you don't know who she is, look her up on YouTube. She is absolutely brilliant at what she does and very knowledgeable when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
The aliens are having a rave in the sky listening to ATB Till I Come.
Change it and say.
That gives nightmare fuel a whole new meaning.
Have you guys ever seen this happen to somebody's fingers before? Check this out, y'all. This guy is asking for help because he don't know what's going on with his fingers. He just realized his fingers started going numb and they started like expanding and getting bigger. His fingers literally looks like ET fingers. The fingers of ET, y'all seen that movie? Look at that, y'all. What? Bro, what is going on over here, y'all? What is this about? Look, it's like it's inflamed. It's like fluid in there, y'all. And it looks, yeah, it's like red, bruised up. You guys ever seen this before? That's crazy.
You got 4 penises on your hand.
That's what y'all see for real?
The dick tips.
Hey, why my fingers look like that today?
They're ETs.
Really?
Now open this for me with your beef. Your light bulb fingers. Come on, open this. They look like uncircumcised.
Yeah, that's crazy, y'all. Anybody knows what's going on with those fingers, y'all? Because, yeah, he's never seen this before. It's never happened to his fingers before. But look at that. It do look like light bulbs, though. It do look like fingers. But what's going on with these?
If he was my mate, I would give him the nickname Dickhand because we're Irish and that's just the way we are. We just like to slack each other off with a crack, you know? Believe it or not, but I checked his YouTube channel and it turns out that it actually is a video of his from 3 years ago. But I mean, you know, what else did we expect? Hats off to him for doing it, you know, he's got guts. Look, Mark, I get that you're weird and that you're a very strange looking fella, but, you know, you're a billionaire, so why the long face?
Yep, this nightmare is real, as all iPhones are permanently watching over you and every sensitive photo and video you take, and if you have one, you need to get rid of it immediately. People were horrified after several Apple posts went viral alleging after they updated to iOS 17.5, they found a life-threatening defect, and all sensitive deleted information has allegedly never been deleted, and we are all in deep trouble. With a dark warning from one person alleging they found sensitive deleted photos of them and their girlfriend from back in 2021 magically reappearing now and actually being revealed. A post went viral showing another person alleging that after they had sold their iPad to a friend, they got a call from that friend after updating that several sensitive and revealing photos were reinstated on that iPad, even though before it was sold, the iPad went through an Apple official factory reset, leading many people to ask if content taken is ever actually deleted or if they're stored in Apple's system permanently. Apple has yet to respond, and it's unclear if this is just a select few cases or a more widespread issue, with many people stating if true, this would be a complete invasion of privacy.
This is evidence to show the amount of data they collect on us, and just think it's only a matter of time before all that information is used against you. That's it for today, guys, but if you enjoyed the compilation, smash that like button and subscribe button, and let's try and hit that 25,000 subscriber goal. But until the next video, guys, look after yourselves, stay safe and stay blessed, and I'll see you then.
不，下一个。
屁吗？